I'm not dead. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I have been getting into game development over this past week, and I've been working on some things. I've made a couple little sort of tech demo things, and I just thought I'd sort of show you guys what I've been doing. So I made two little games here. The first one is just called Maze Game. It's nothing much, but if we look into it here, yeah. So this is just a sort of a nice little 3D environment. You hear the nice little music. Yeah, if we take a look around here, we can see all the interesting places. So, yeah, this is the first thing I made. I'm using the game engine called Godot, or Godot. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I'm still not quite sure. Let me just get the microphone close to me. Oh gosh. And yeah, I've actually been having quite a lot of fun with it. It's pretty fun. Yeah, if we look over here, there's a nice little red cube. I originally intended for you to be able to walk into this thing, and it close out of the game. It's like a death cube, and I could not figure that out. But I did figure it out later. But anyways, this is the version 1 of this little map here. So we go over here. There's a giant lantern. So that's pretty. It's pretty cool. Yeah, if we go over here, yeah, you move around with just the arrow keys, and you can't jump because I couldn't figure out how to do that properly. But yeah, if you go over here, there's a nice little. I don't know what this is. Maybe like a dump area or something. Got some nuclear waste. Got some like a shelf that's like sunk into the ground. It's epic, guys. All right, and then if we were here, there's our last little area. There's 4 little areas in this little map. So if we go over here, just around this corner. Yeah, I know this maze in and out, guys. I've been yeah, I know what I'm doing. So yeah, just a couple little chairs and a TV, a desk, or a dresser, I guess. Yeah, and I got all these models from a place called, I think 3D Model Haven, it's called. And it's just a bunch of free, well, 40 free models licensed under Creative Commons 0, so that's pretty cool, as of time of recording. They've only been up for like a few months. So actually, they only have like 40 models, which might not sound like a lot, but considering they're all completely free to use, and they've only been up for like a few months, I think it's pretty cool. These images are also Creative Commons, I think. Try to use all Creative Commons stuff for my games, even though I'm not like selling them or anything yet, so I don't know. But yeah, that's all this is. And then if you press the Q key, it quits automatically. So yeah, for the code in that game, I pretty much just copied most of it from a tutorial. Although there were two things that I did sort of code myself by sort of extrapolating how to do it from the video. So one thing is the escape. So the video showed how to make your mouse visible by pressing the escape key, but I figured out myself how to make it click it back into the game and you click on the screen. Because without it, you were just kind of stuck like this, and you had to restart to get your mouse back captured in the screen. So I was kind of proud of that, and I also made it so you could press the Q key, as I showed before, and it just automatically closes out of the game. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, afterwards I made this second version with a few different things. So we just go here. So the music's different. The music in the previous one, I could not figure out the license for it, and I just yeah. But this music right here, this is Creative Commons. I don't know what the other one was, and I guess I just want to be in the habit of using free things, you know. But yeah, there's a few different things about this version. Obviously, you know, the music's different and stuff. You can jump now. The reason I did not have jumping in the other one is because the tutorial I used showed how to make you jump, but the problem was you could just like keep spamming the spacebar, and you just keep going up. And so it's not really much of a maze if you can just sort of hover above it. But I figured out myself how to code it so that you could not jump if you were not touching the floor, and it was pretty easy actually. Yeah, and then over here, instead of a lantern, there's a whoa. That's not where I thought I was. Okay, getting lost in my own maze. Yeah, if we just go over here, I don't know if jumping's any faster. Instead of having a giant lantern for some reason, we have a low poly tree. So that's kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, and then if we go back over here, I figured out how to code it so that if you go over here and the red cube, if you run into the red cube, as you'll see here, just walking towards the red cube, and the game just closes. So I have figured out how to do that. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But in between making version 1 and version 2 of this game, I made this game. It's called Radical Roller. It's not really much of a game either, but yeah. Oh, also, I wanted to show something else. There's this thing called Gobbersville. So before I got into game development over like this past week, a long time ago, it must have been like a year ago or something, I was interested in game development for like a short period of time, and I made this thing called Gobbersville, and it is really something. I made it using the Unity engine, and this is back when I used Windows, so I just have an exe file for it. Hopefully it'll run. I think it should. Yeah. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Oh gosh. Can you? Okay, there we go. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is just a nice little house that I made out of like just constructing cubes and then just giving them textures, right? And I did it like all in the same scene and everything. Like there was no it was just a mess just looking back on it. You can open doors as well. You use the H key to open doors. I don't know why the H key is the interact key, but yeah, as you can see, this is just the nicest little suburb you ever did see. Yeah, and then over here, there's a giant skyscraper or something. We got a nice little low poly tree over there. But yeah, I made this like a year ago or something, and I didn't know how to code or do it like anything. I still barely know how to code. But well, I'm sort of learning how to code. But yeah, this is just me like messing around with like 3D shapes and stuff in Unity. And over here, we've got the Gobber Mart with a nice little Lucky Charm there. And I guess there's supposed to be like food on these counters and whatever. I don't know where the light is coming from. Or is it just a $5 bill sitting there? So yeah, originally this was supposed to be like a short little story game where there was like some, oh yeah, like the town had been evacuated. You just like wake up and the town is evacuated. There's nobody there. And you have to like go into this office building to find something and like keep a bomb from exploding the entire town or something. I don't know what was going through my mind. This was like a year ago, like I said. But yeah, this is just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, anyways, let's move on to Radical Roller. You go to finished. Yeah, there we go. All right, you're in for a treat right now. Oh yeah, giving some real 2010 Flash game vibes over here. Hopefully you can hear me over this. So yeah, you stomp on the yellow boxes and it makes these little green guys show up. My gosh, that really is loud, isn't it? Here, let me just turn that down. Okay, so you just stomp on the yellow boxes and the green guys, they just fall out. And Yeah, and they just sort of fill in the pit for you so that you can travel across. The tutorial I used to make this, I actually followed it wrong or something. I don't know what I did, but I followed it wrong, and I couldn't figure out these green guys were originally supposed to be like enemies, like they kill you, but I couldn't figure it out, and so I decided to make my own little interpretation, my own little game, and it sort of worked. I mean, it's not really much of a game. I didn't like work too much on it. There's just this one sort of level here, and if we let those guys go in there, then we can, oh gosh, and go over here, and you just fall into this pit, and the game closes. So yeah, that's that. So this is sort of what I've been doing. But yeah, I just started work on a game, which I hope to be like an actual game, like a proper game. I don't really know what I'm doing still, so yeah, we're just gonna see what happens, I guess. I don't really know, but yeah. Anyways, just thought I'd show this nice little video. So yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.